Are you looking to push your procedural flight skills to the absolute limit in Flight Simulator 2024, or are you just hunting down some subtle immersion upgrades to make your favorite airlines feel alive? Today we're breaking down a highly targeted marketplace drop that centers around deep simulation fidelity and custom environments. We have legendary heavy-hitting piston classics like the study-level Douglas DC-6 from PMDG alongside a rocked Australian Workhorse making a splash. On top of that, we're evaluating a massive brand new audio suite designed to completely revamp your default narrow-body airliners, plus a sleek cosmetic upgrade for your go-to business jet. Let's break these releases down into logical groups so you can decide where to direct your flight hours. The two groups I created are the high-fidelity aircraft, and the second group is the systems, cockpit and audio overhauls. Let's get started. The first one I think was my first aircraft which I ever bought for Flight Simulator, at that time for 2020, the Douglas DC-6 from PMDG. I really love this aircraft and it's super nice. It's now available optimized for Flight Simulator 2024. The DC-6 is a low-wing 4-engine piston-powered monoplane built by the American firm Douglas Aircraft. Initially conceived to serve the military as a general transport platform, the DC-6, which first flew on February the 15th, 1946, and then became a workhorse also for long-range commercial passenger and cargo hauling. A lot of more details, of course. Here you can use the world photographer and free flight mode, and if we scroll down we can see some more information like the key task, but also the ceiling 25,000 feet, and you can see the maximum weight, the fuel capacity, the Pratt & Whitney double wasp CB16 engines, and then of course some screenshots. The nice thing is that this aircraft has a lot of things, I would say a lot of detail, and also a lot of things which you might not have expected, such as an electronic flight bag, which you can use to customize things, but also look at this night lightning. Super interesting aircraft, and if you love flying in older aircrafts, this is really a highly recommended one to buy and to add to your hangar. Then the next one is a little bit a special one, is the GA-8 Airvan Systems Pulse by SimWorks Studios. This aircraft requires you to have, one or more dependencies, likely the aircraft itself. And what this will do is to add more functionality to your Airvan. So the System Pulse for the SWS Airvan combines the different systems into a living aircraft, offering real-time systems, dynamics and failures, making sure to keep virtual pilots at the top of their game. So this really adds some more realism. So if things are, always going well, that's not fun. So this package allows you to, for example, add realistic wear and tear. It allows you to do some, things like, fuel filter to oil pump. Every spare part is independently simulated. It also has the persistence, right? The aircraft parts will not only remember how you left them, but they will also age when you're not flying the plane. Well, that would really be cool. 70 possible failures are there, from fuel system up to electrical engine, up to electrical issues and brakes, which can go into completely failures or completely stuck. But this add-on requires you to have the GA-8 Airvan from SimWorks Studios to make sure that this works. So keep that in mind. This is an add-on for an existing aircraft, and here you can see some things which they have added as part of this add-on package for the GA-8 Airvan, which you can now buy against a reduced price. So maybe it's worth buying both of them. I leave it up to you. Then in the second group, the systems, cockpit and audio overhauls, we've got the Airbus A320, A321neo audio suite from Bravo Airspace and Supersonic. So if you don't like the default audio but want to have some more realistic audio, then this package is, a nice one, because it has the A320 and A321neo audio suite American Crew. So this likely, calls out some things while flying. So say goodbye to default sounds and tedious volume tweaking. That's what I did. So they can now use it. And if we can scroll down, we can see which parts they included. Of course, they update the environmental sounds, but also they looked at the authentic LEAP engine sounds, the revised mechanicals, a barking dog is included, the flight audio deck and the ground operations. So that's super nice. If we scroll down, we can see the cabin environment, the dynamic ambient sound, the original boarding music is there, and is also how it works, right? The hands-free crew, automated crew flow, boarding, pre-flight, safety demo, all of this has been added, and that makes it, between brackets, more realistic to fly. So if you love to add more realism to Flight Simulator, then you of course could consider to buy this package. And then the last package, the new Cockpit CG4 Dark, which you can rent. And if you rent it and then decide to buy it, this amount will be deducted from the total, I would say, amount you need to pay. This updates the cockpit of the CG4, the Cessna CG4, and makes it dark. You can also see it's, I would say, good for optimization, and there are better textures. And this pack works with any livery pack and will simply convert your cockpit to a dark color like this. So if you don't like the default one but want to have a dark cockpit, then you could consider to buy this package. So that wraps up this week. If you want a classic aviation challenge that rewards strict adherence to checklists, the PMDG Douglas DC-6 remains an undisputed crown jewel for vintage flying. If you focus in career mode, cargo hops out of rough short trips, the SimWorks Studios GA-8 Airvan Edition might add a lot of nice options. For example, it adds those failures, which makes it more realistic. Meanwhile, don't sleep on the Bravo Airspace Audio Suite if you want to breathe new life into your everyday A320 line flights with high accurate cockpit and crew acoustics. Which of these updates are you gonna buy? Let me know via the comment box below. Are you going for the radio engine management of the DC-6, or are you gonna check out the dark cockpit of the CG4? And of course, don't forget to subscribe for next week's video.